And so I asked myself, I said, do my ragamuffins know what the word adaptations mean? Well, honestly, it can have a couple different meanings. Usually, when a kid is asked to adapt to a situation, it's because an adult in charge, hopefully someone who cares about them, has asked them to make a change. For example, if your parents decide to move from where you're living to another location, you may have to change schools. If you change schools, you've got different personalities, different rules, different places to eat and play. And pretty quickly, you have to shift your expectations and shift your behavior to meet those different challenges. And the same thing happens in the animal world. So archaeologists and other scientists will take a look at the sedimentary rock timeline to find out how did creatures a long time ago on the lowest levels actually live by examining fossils. And then they'll take a look at how the same species existed many years later in layers further toward the top. And they can notice that there are shifts in the environment and in either traits or organs or limbs, features that the creatures may have. So that's how scientists deal with evolution and change over time and adaptations. But before people focused on science because they didn't have the tools and the recorded facts, they used to use myths and folk tales. And this folk tale that I'm about to share with you explains how clams got their siphons. And it's very cleverly called How Clam Got Its Siphon. Okay, so here we go. A long time ago, in the warm, shallow waters of the Caribbean, Clam lived a peaceful life buried in the soft, muddy sand of the wetlands. He had a strong shell to protect him, but there was one problem. He didn't have a way to eat or breathe while staying safely hidden. Every day, Clam had to open his shell and peek out to find tiny plants and bits of food floating in the water. But this was risky. Many hungry creatures like fish, birds, and even crafty crabs were always looking for an easy snack. Clam's neighbor Heron often warned him, "If you keep sticking your head out, someone will make you their dinner." One day, as Clam stretched open his shell to eat, a sneaky eel named Shadow spotted him. "Aha," Shadow hissed. "What a tasty little meal." Before Clam could snap shut, Shadow darted forward and nipped at him, pulling off a tiny piece of his soft body. "Ouch!" Clam cried. He quickly buried himself deeper into the sand, his heart pounding. He knew he couldn't keep living like this. It was too dangerous. So Clam thought and thought. Then an idea bubbled up. When the moon glowed over the wetlands that night, Clam whispered to the ocean, "Great waters, please help me. I need a way to stay safe and still eat and breathe." The ocean listened, and with a gentle wave, she granted Clam a gift. When Clam woke up, he felt something different. 2 long, hollow tubes had grown from his body. He wiggled them in the water and realized he could use one to suck in food and fresh water, and the other to push out waste. Best of all, he could do it all while staying safely hidden in the mud. From that day on, Clam used his siphon to filter tiny plants from the water and breathe without fear. He was no longer easy prey and even helped clean the wetlands by filtering the water. As the years passed, Clam's children and grandchildren were born with siphons too. And soon, all the clams of the wetlands had them. And that, my friends, is how the clam got its siphon. A gift from the ocean to keep it safe, help it eat, and make the wetlands a better home for all. So now you know. Who feels it, knows it. Hope you enjoyed the story. Bye.